I really want to change to happen. I feel like we need to change. It's like we were saying, man, it's just segregation and racism and discrimination and patriotism is just, at this point, unnecessary. When will it end? I'm tired of this shit, man. And it's not just hip hop, it's not just music, it's not just the young kids, it's all over. You could go through the airport, find racist people. You could go different countries, find racists. It's all there, man. That shit is sickening.
You must still get it, you know.
Yeah, man, I used to get discriminated against when I was younger, man, when I went to a suburban school from the city. They used to try to make it seem like I was a troublemaker. I once heard my teacher and my principal cracking jokes on me.
Right.
But yeah, I got in trouble for fighting some boy because he said I was related to slaves. And I beat him up, and because he was white, I got in trouble. I was in the principal's office, and I was only in the 3rd grade coming from New York, and I couldn't really spell too well at the time. But I mean, New York schools are really overpopulated. You don't really learn anything. You know, it's a mess. You know, some of the schools, and at that time, we just had moved from Harlem to the Bronx right before we went to Pennsylvania. So we was in the Bronx, which in those schools over there even fucking worse. And coming from the Bronx to Pennsylvania, they really, you know, they picked on me. You know, I told you my dad was, you know, he was into selling drugs, so he moved us into a nice suburban town in Rutherford, Pennsylvania, and near Hershey, Pennsylvania, like Hershey Park. And next thing I know, long story short, I get in trouble. My teacher, she tells me, write a note to your mother. Tell your mother what you did. So I told my mother, hey, Mom, I'm at school. I had a fight with a boy. They claim that I did this, and that. So she comes back about 10 minutes later to proofread the letter. She's like, what do you mean claim? You didn't claim anything. You did it. So as she's leaving and she closes the one door to go to the other door, she's telling the principal about how I try to say, I claim, they claim that I did something. And the principal goes, yeah, well, I bet he didn't spell it right. And they just both start laughing. And I mean, as a man now, I could get over it. But as an 8-year-old kid, you know, you're a little sensitive to that, you know, especially people who's supposed to be helping you help educate you. And especially when you felt like you wasn't in the wrong, you know. So that was a pretty hard time for me. And, you know, my experiences made the fact that God put me through so much rough stuff early on lets me know that like life is gonna be smooth sailing from here, and I just want to help all of the young bloods and young sisters that's going through the same kind of circumstances and just can't really cope with life right now. That just trying to make an understanding out of it. I just want to be inspiration.
You know, when you say that's kind of like how some people feel disenfranchised to the system, because at 8 years of age, that could have just made you just really
rebellious.
Right, and then they'll trap us later on down the line.
You see my point? It could make you rebellious. It happened to my brother. My brother went out there. He was older than me, and he ended up getting in jail. All that fighting. He got an issue with his bus driver. He threw a chair at a judge. All this stuff. Like told the judge shut up. Yeah, man. Some people don't take that racist shit well. You know what I mean? I was a kid that, you know, I'm easy going. I just hope that some way, somehow, you know, I'm not even saying through the music. This is irrelevant from my music. That my craft that's a whole nother thing. As far as life goes, man, I just hope we can make a change, man. And I can't do this shit alone. It's gonna take everybody to just open in their minds and just, you know, kind of join in the revolution, because if not, history is just gonna repeat itself, and people are gonna keep getting killed due to wars and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I just want to promote peace, positivity, prosperity. That's it.